What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the next stimulus package update, the physical infrastructure package, which has now passed the House and the Senate, daily news, pretty much everything you need to know about on a daily basis. Remember, the new videos come out here every day on our channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so you don't miss out on new videos. I will keep you up to date with everything going on here in our country and in Washington, D.C. So make sure to subscribe and don't forget to hit the like button for us down below. It really helps out our channel. I will keep you up to date. As the House of Representatives is trying to pass the next stimulus package, the American Families Plan, and they're really still debating on the last few items and the voting process here in the House of Representatives, trying to get it passed here and then send it over to the Senate. And Senator Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema are going to have the final words maybe on what will ultimately be in the stimulus package and what will ultimately be in there. The monthly checks for children, the child tax credits, maybe a stimulus checks will be added in there for adults, we hope, as well, and Medicare for seniors, and hopefully a whole slew of other things, child care for children, lowering the cost of that, lowering the cost of prescription drug pricing. And really, that bill will focus on families and climate change. The country is still left to celebrate the physical infrastructure package, which has really been a bill that both Republicans and Democrats have been trying to pass for many, many years now, and finally has gotten it done. That bill was passed in August in the Senate and sat in the House of Representatives for months, and finally is now passed in the House as well. Amidst, we thought they might not even get passed for a while there. Finally, that bill is passed in the House as well. In that $1.2 trillion physical infrastructure package, it will go a long way, billions of dollars for all 50 states, and will create millions of jobs over the course of the next 8 to 10 years for our country. And in that bill is multiple different provisions for roads, bridges, airports, clean drinking water, physical infrastructure, broadband, as well as electric vehicles. And really, almost all US car makers, as you can see here, are going electric and are trying to change the world in the process. And US car makers are even saying that the future of the car industry will be electric, and more cars going forward are starting to become electric. And in the future, we may have the majority of cars here made here in the United States be electric. In fact, included in this physical infrastructure package bill that is now passed, the $1.2 trillion, is up to $12,500 in an electric vehicle tax credit if the car is made here in the United States. A $12,500 electric vehicle tax credit. That's a lot. And it's become clear that electric vehicles are the way of the future for the United States and the transportation industry, and that is the way they are moving. The global shift in the transportation industry also has huge repercussions for a related industry, which is the lithium mining and production industry as well. Today's electric car batteries require large lithium ion batteries to store energy and to power the motors. And due to lithium's unique properties, the metal is essential to the booming growth of the electrical vehicle industry. Countries are increasingly working towards reducing carbon emissions through electric vehicles, and this is part of climate change as well, which is a big part of the stimulus package, the climate spending bill as well. By 2030, 40% of vehicles sold in China will be electric. While in the US, the physical infrastructure bill that was just passed by the House and Senate proposes that by 2030, that half, 50% of all cars in the US will be electric by 2030. The Biden administration and the infrastructure package has an ambitious goal of $7.5 billion, as you can see here, toward a nationwide infrastructure of 500,000 electric vehicles in the near future. And this is funded by the physical infrastructure package that has already passed. You can see here on Friday night, with the expected bipartisan support, the U.S. House of Representatives passed the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. It designates $65 billion for upgrades of the nation's electric grid and $7.5 billion for nationwide deployment of EV charging stations. Such a build out potentially represents more than triple the number of charging stations in the nation at present. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, there are currently around 122,000 charging ports, level 2, and DC fast charging connectors that could be used to charge EVs simultaneously. That's more than 48,000 charging locations. While the headlining pieces of the Infrastructure and Jobs Act included provisions to rebuild roads, bridges, and rails, and expanding access to clean water, the EV charging push is one of the few consumer facing items which, for Biden's goals of 500,000 nationwide chargers by 2030, hasn't changed since nearly 2 years ago, but now will be included in this physical infrastructure package now that it's passed. And globally, electric vehicle sales have really surged this year despite supply chain constraints. You can see here that globally, sales of electric vehicles jumped in the first half of 2021 despite supply chain shortages and the pandemic. Nearly 2.6 million electrical vehicles were sold in the first 6 months of 2021, a 160% jump compared to the same time last year. This is really just the beginning because electric vehicles are, in my opinion, really just getting started. An interesting idea for investors is to find a junior lithium developer because lithium is such an important part to electric vehicles and their batteries. You literally just need lithium or you can't have electrical vehicles. Covering two brine bearing salars in northern Argentina, the company Arena Minerals, trading on the OTC platform under the stock symbol AMRZF, and on the Toronto venture under the stock symbol AN, is an emergency lithium brine play that hits most of the key attributes required of an economically viable lithium brine project. Arena Minerals is the lithium stock with the most proven lithium team in the world, and the stock is trading for less than 40 cents. On October 19th, Arena announced their maiden resource calculation. 43101 compliant of 560,000 inferred tons of lithium carbonate equivalents on their Sal de la Puna brine play in Argentina at a grade of 460 milligrams a liter. That's very good. There's many lithium companies, but precious few high-grade brine resource calculations. And this was only on 6.3% of its brine acreage holdings. You want to know how big this is? No lithium project in Argentina is producing over 20,000 tons a year right now. If this resource does prove economic, Arena CEO Will Randall says it could produce over 20,000 tons for a decade. It's a big deal financially, too, considering that Millennial Lithium, a neighbor in the same lithium brine salar, was just purchased last month for over $375 million. Their grade is 439 milligrams per liter. The consolidation in the lithium industry is here. I've known about this for quite a while, and it's now starting to accelerate. Lithium Americas is outbidding CATL for Millennial Lithium. Initially, Millennial Lithium offered $3.60 Canadian for a share for Ganfeng. CATL then bid $3.85 a share Canadian, a 6.9% increase, to which Lithium Americas threw down the gauntlet, did offer $4.70 Canadian, a 22% increase a share. It almost makes you wonder if someone will submit a counter offer for Neo Lithium. It is a possibility, and time will tell. The potential buyout makes sense given that the north property borders Lithium Americas property, while the south property borders the Arena Minerals. More on that later. It's very important for people to be aware that Lithium Americas and Ganfeng own a very large chunk of Arena Minerals. In fact, Lithium Americas owns up around 15% of Arena. The map below tells the rest of the story. Note the location of Arena in relation to the potentially soon to be acquired Millennial Minerals. If Millennial Lithium is acquired, a potential JV involving Ganfeng and Toronto-based Arena Minerals could be on the radar, as the latter is involved in the Sal de la Puna project in Salta. I'll tell you how Randall put this all together. It starts with the chairman of Arena, Eduardo Morales, who has twice made fortunes for his shareholders in lithium brine companies. Morales is a pioneer of the industry. He literally built the first evaporation ponds in the Atacama Desert near Argentina-Chile border. He also built the very first lithium carbonate plant in South America. The world's first commercial battery-grade lithium carbonate was produced because of this man. Morales oversaw the construction of the lithium brine asset that Rockwood Lithium eventually sold to Albemarle Corporation in 2014 for $6.2 billion. After Rockwood cashed out to Albemarle in 2014, Morales switched focus to next door Argentina, where he joined Will Randall, Arena's CEO at the junior mining company Lithium X. With Morales on board in 2016 and the rest of his team, Randall continued developing the project until 2018, when the company was bought by their partners Nextview New Energy. For Will Randall, the sale of Lithium X meant a big and fast win for himself and his shareholders. Management is key for all junior resource stocks, and most of the big win come from the same few teams like this one. Know that there are exactly 5 lithium brine producing operations on this entire planet, and this group has been involved in 3 out of those 5. Leading the full construction out of 2 of them, you literally could not ask for a more experienced group. They also have a major partner, Ganfeng Lithium, which is the largest lithium metal producer in the world, and they own 19.9% of Arena's shares. 2 of the top lithium companies in the world are vouching for this team and their assets by paying up to be shareholders. As an outside investor, I don't think you can possibly ask for a better vetting or an opportunity like this. I think a monkey throwing darts at lithium stocks could do well in the future. And you see this 1-month chart of Arena Minerals stock here, stock symbol AMRZF. About a month ago, the stock was at around 16 cents, and now it's at around 37 cents. So it literally has doubled in around a month. Now that the physical infrastructure package has passed. So it's gone from October 11th, it was at 16 cents per share, and now it's at 37 cents. So it has significantly gone up in around a month. Again, Arena Minerals stock symbol AMRZF. So in my opinion, it's got a lot of room to run, even more so in the future with electric vehicles and lithium ion batteries really moving forward in the future with a lot of room to run. And Arena really has it all for investors right now. It's going after the only mineral commodity the world truly needs. The Pasto Grande seller has already produced 1 buyout. Their first ever resource calculation has had a similar or better grade than that buyout. Management has built and sold 2 other companies. They own stock in Arena, and they're backed by 2 other big industry players. They have technology that reduces CapEx and OpEx, and the stock trades for less than 50 cents. So I recommend you do your due diligence on Arena Minerals, the sponsor of this video. I will keep you up to date on everything going on here going forward with the stock market, money, investing, the physical infrastructure package, the stimulus package as they move forward and try to pass that, stimulus checks, the child tax credits, multiple different stimulus packages and everything going on here in our channel. I'll keep you up to date with everything here moving forward. So don't worry, there will be more videos here coming out here, plenty more on our show. And stay tuned for our next video. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.